Hi, it's Terry, and I just got in my first order from Junk Monkey Paint Company, and it's just a couple of things that I wanted to try out before I invested in another line of paint. I wanted to give a try to some of the new things and see what they were. I'm not going to try the paint in front of you today, but I'm going to open the paint in front of you today and give you my opinion on it. First impression, other than I love the label, I don't know that the label means a whole lot in the big scheme of things, but it is a pretty cool looking label. But I will say this feels like a plastic can, looks very well made, so that's not going to do like a lot of the water-based low VOC type paints, chalky style paints do, which is the water in the containers cause the metal in the upper lid to rust. So that shouldn't happen with this because it's plastic. So I'm kind of pretty impressed with that. And this is a 16 ounce, so this is a little over 2 cups, so that's what, a pint. I'm pretty impressed with that. I want to think this was about 16 bucks, so that's not really a bad price for this much paint because this is going to do more than one project. I only ordered one color of paint. I ordered because, like I said, I wanted to try the paint first. The owner of this company is a woman by the name of Sonia Miller. I'm obsessed with her. I want to be her when I grow up, except for I probably have kids her age. But she is so enthusiastic and so motivational, always just optimistic about everything, and that girl can paint. She can knock out a piece like that, and that's my goal, to be able to turn around a piece of furniture and flip it if you find something for a really good price, and turn around and have that sucker ready to flip within the hour. That's how you can end up making some profit on your furniture. And I like to do pieces that are affordable for people, so that's a goal of mine. Of course, I want to do all the beautiful pieces that take a little bit of time here and there too, but I also want to flip some just like that. And I've watched her do it through, I'm a member of her monkey business coaching program, and she has Junk Monkey Paint Company Projects, I think it is, Facebook group, and then the Junk Monkey Paint Company. The banana peel is their version of a top coat in place of a poly. I'm just gonna let you see how it's thin on the lid and white, but it dries clear. But the deal with their banana peel is that it's a protective top coat like a poly, but it's matte. I love a matte finish. I don't like things to be too shiny, and with most polys and things like that, and top coats, you at least have a decent amount of sheen. You can get the high gloss, the gloss, and then the satin, which is the lowest level of sheen in most of the ones that I've seen. But especially on the tops of tables and things like that, from time to time, anything that has high use, you want to put a protective top coat. But if you're wanting it to maintain that, you know, well-used, vintage, old kind of feel, you really don't want any shine or sheen to it. But another thing that they have, and these are just the cutest little glass jars. I guess that's the half pint, so about a cup. But this is a glass jar, but I believe that they're changing their containers and that all of these will go to the plastic in the near future. But this is a glaze. So where I've been using wax on a lot of the pieces to get into the details and the crevices and other areas like that, what I'm accustomed to doing from years of painting is using latex watered down type of a thing, and using a glaze where you can paint it on and then wait a minute or two and then wipe it off, and it wipes off easily with a rag. Well, that's what a glaze does. You can wipe it all over to give it an all over, you know, antique type finish, or you can go more into the crevices. I mentioned before I really like the browns rather than the grays, so I ordered the brown glaze. I've not opened it, so let's see what happens. Not too hard to open. Oh my gosh, I could drink that. It looks like a very thick chocolate milk. She also has this, and I couldn't resist because I love teal, been one of my favorite colors my entire life, except we called it turquoise back then, or blue-green, we called it after that, so now it's teal. But oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. That's probably the prettiest that I've seen. I don't know if you can see the brightness and the, it's very thin. I just dripped some on the floor. You see how it's dripping out there? That's because this is a glaze, this is not a paint. The paint is very thick and she calls it chunky. The more that you leave it out and leave the lid open as you're going and things like that, the thicker it gets. And of course you could add a little bit of water if you needed to thin that back out, and you could probably put some of that in a cup of water and thin out to make yourself your own glaze. And I'll try that one day and let you know. But for right now, I'm excited to have gotten in, and I may even glaze with this teal, you know, for a 10-year-old. They like bright colors. And I'm very excited to use the banana peel and try a top coat, a sturdy top coat that's matte, because I love the matte look. I know that I won't be near as quick as Sonia Miller whenever I'm slapping it on there, but by golly, if she can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, and we'll all try this together and see how that works. Whether or not I like this paint and this glaze will be the truth, and you'll see me do that here. Thanks for coming on today. Thanks for watching, and wish me luck with Junk Monkey paint.